Greetings and salutations to all the citizens of the internet, to all the redditors of the XCOM subreddit, and all the OpenXcomers out there. This is IvanDogovich rocking the oldies with a Let's Try tutorial of OpenXcom 1.0. In this episode 4, we will take out our squad that we have now equipped and configured, and we will head out to meet ET on the battlescape.
And cut. Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Comment On Famous YouTubers Making Mistakes. My name is Meridian and today we take a closer look at a Cyberdog Nation celebrity going by the name of IvanDogovich. Now before I say anything else, let me make a few things clear. First, I love Ivan's videos. Second, there will be a lot of criticism in this video, which however always falls into one of two categories. A. Constructive criticism, and B. Everything else which may seem offensive to you but is never really meant that way. With that out of the way, let me briefly tell you more about why I did this video. So I watched this video just a few hours ago, and once the battlescape mission started, for the first few minutes Ivan did everything differently than I would do it. If it's wrong or not is a matter of opinion, and you are welcome to post comments below if you think my opinions are wrong. Anyway, I had to post a comment on the original video saying that it is a very nice example of how the game should not be played, and that I'm tempted to make a cover version with my voiceover. Ivan responded almost immediately with a positive response and was even kind enough to send me the original footage. So here we are and here we go. I will skip the geoscape part of this video and jump straight to 2 minutes and 50 seconds where the action begins.
Alright, so we've got a troop looking at the back of our transport aircraft, and she spots an alien. This is an alien type called a floater, kind of a purple dude that floats. They can fly through the air. He also has like a brown cape, and he's looking at us, which is less than optimal. The good news is we have a smoke grenade, we have it primed, and we should just toss it right out here. With our grenades exploding on contact, this puts the smoke immediately into effect. We no longer see the alien because we don't have the little red icon.
And cut. So, where do I start? First of all, this is not a vanilla XCOM game, this is OpenXcom, and the reason why this didn't end up with a disaster already is twofold. First, grenades can explode upon contact, which is not the case in original XCOM. And second, grenades work also vertically, not only horizontally, which is also a setting Ivan has enabled explicitly. In the original XCOM, this could end up in various different ways. Option 1, reaction fire after throwing the grenade and death of an operative. Option 2, no reaction fire, end of the turn, grenade blows up, smoke stays on the ground on level 1, alien can still see our operative, shoots, and the operative dies again. Option number 3, same as before, but alien is close enough to the smoke cloud to have a little bit obstructed vision, so he moves in the only logical direction, and when he's about halfway through the cloud, he'll spot our operative, shoot, and kill. Please note that smoke is not solid and only fully obstructs your view, or the alien's view, if there are enough squares with smoke between the two. I don't know exactly how much is enough, but it is at least 3 or 4 squares. Which brings us to option number 4, where you throw the smoke grenade inside the Skyranger, smoke being on the same level as your troops, end the turn and pray there are enough squares of smoke between you and the aliens. But last time I checked, praying was not a standard military combat procedure. Final probability of 1 or more soldiers dying? I'd say about 90%. To defend Ivan a little bit, I have to add that this is a valid strategy in the second installment of this game, Terror from the Deep, where you don't have a ramp. That means your soldiers are on the same level as the smoke will be, and on top of that, the doors of the Triton, which is the analogy of Skyranger, close at the end of the turn. The smoke therefore doesn't protect you during alien's turn, but actually at the beginning of the next turn, of your next turn, where you're stepping outside. Finally, back to OpenXcom. This seemed to be a valid strategy so far, but more testing is definitely necessary. In this particular instance, it was an unsuccessful attempt, as we will see later on.
So at this point, I'm going to cycle through my troops to the next soldier. I can use this next unit button or the tab key. If you have a mouse with the forward and back buttons, you can use that as well. That's the left button on my mouse or the right button to go backwards. I'm going to go ahead and have this soldier stay in the craft, but take a knee and take a shot. So for 48 time units, she's got a 65% accuracy, which is pretty good. I'll go ahead and take a shot here. And the shot hits. Doesn't have enough time units to do anything else.
And cut. That was a good move. Almost. Offense is the best defense in this situation, and firing, preferably with aimed shot, is a wise decision and calculated risk. However, taking a knee would not work in the original game, or unmodified OpenXcom for that matter, as it would most probably trigger reaction fire. But let's move on.
So another tactic you can do is smoke the ramp on your first turn and then give the aliens a turn. What this will do is it will give them a chance to use up their time units so that when you step out of the sub, they can't just gun you down with reaction fire.
And cut. So, in which direction do you think the alien will move? Remember, this is a game and the aliens have artificial intelligence. Now I guess the AI of the original game and OpenXcom would be different, but regardless of that, the alien can see the Sky Ranger and a cloud of smoke. 99 out of 100 game developers would probably implement a rule to order the alien to move inside the cloud, spot the XCOM operatives and fire at will. Let's see if that's the case.
So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's hit next turn. Hidden movement. So we have another alien that appeared somewhere in here, and he moved into the smoke and shot our soldier.
And cut. Now, I can't prove that the alien shooting at us was the same alien we've seen before, but if there was a way to find out, I would be willing to bet $100 on that. There are only 4 aliens on this map, 2 more down south and 1 more up north. Ivan says later on in the one we've spotted earlier moved northwest, I think, from his position. I don't share that opinion. I think that's a completely different alien.
That is really common with XCOM. Okay, can't look there. I'm going to have my soldier move down, who fired. Okay, now we can spot that enemy. So that enemy is standing right there, and he's facing away from us. This... Uh-oh. Wow. So...
And cut. When I first watched this, I thought he would never look around, and we had to wait full 10 seconds until he finally did. Felt like eternity. A good move and a word of advice to everyone else. When you move into a new position and you're not in immediate danger, always look around first.
We got a couple more things going on here. We've got now 3 aliens in sight, and just about anything we do might draw reaction fire.
And cut. Please remember what Ivan just said. He said, and I quote, "And just about anything we do might draw reaction fire."
How to deal with this? I think what I'll do is I will smoke this area. This soldier has a smoke grenade. We will prime it. 30 time units, that's enough to prime it and drop it. And it'll pop more smoke around here. So, prime it. and then we'll drop it. Now, we don't have enough time to throw it, so we will go to the inventory and put it on the ground. Ah, that's the new thing. I wasn't sure if the putting it on the ground would cause it to go off. It won't, obviously. Or if it would go off. So,
and cut. Do you still remember what he said? Indeed, knowing it would draw reaction fire, he ordered the soldier to kneel. Probability of soldier dying? I'd say 50-50. This time the luck was fortunately on our side. For those of you who are not sure what triggers the reaction fire, it is quite easy. The only thing which does not trigger reaction fire is turning around on the same spot. Everything else does. Of course, I have simplified it a little bit for the sake of simplicity. If you want to know more, Google for reaction fire triggers under ufopedia.org. Oh, and one more thing, Ivan. You should turn off the movie effect, which you can see here and basically everywhere. I thought it's actually YouTube who's doing this, but now with the original footage, I can see that it's the original footage which contains this already. It's not very nice to look at, especially when you're scrolling the screen.
So just kneeling there, I knelt that soldier, we have a reaction fire from this alien. So this alien probably moved, he fired, he may be out of time, which would be good. So I'm going to move a troop off over here and either throw a grenade or try to shoot or kill that guy. I'll bring another troop down the ramp here to fire here, but I won't move anybody else into here. So, okay, next soldier, who we got? Okay, we've got our grenadier. Okay, so how much time does it take you to fire? It takes 37. So let's go ahead and have you... Well, you can see both of them. I'm going to have you take a knee.
No! You had just enough to fire twice. Not only have you lost the ability to fire twice by kneeling, you could have also triggered reaction fire because the smoke definitely doesn't protect you at the edge of the cloud. What is better, 2 shots at 36% or 1 shot at 41%? Without doing any math, I'd go for the first option every time.
And give me a snapshot at this guy. Wow. Completely missed. And not enough time for more. Run away. Okay. You may survive to live the next round. Alright. Where is my Rocketeer? Come down. Okay. Mia, you've got a 35% chance. Let's do this again here. Let's go ahead and take a knee.
And cut. Okay, this time we knew they would probably not reaction fire. They would do it already before if they could, but I think kneeling was still a mistake. You gain 5% bonus to accuracy by kneeling, however you lose 4 time units by kneeling itself and 8 time units by standing up again. That's 12 time units, which could be better invested into moving the soldier 3 squares deeper into the smoke cloud later.
Give me a better shot here. Ah, 2 misses. This is gonna get brutal. Oh, okay. Alright, so we got another reaction fire, and we're running out of time units.
And cut. Number 1, the alien did have some time units left after all, and we have survived the kneeling probably only because of some miracle. 2, if we didn't kneel and didn't have to stand up again, we could move 3 squares into the safety now. And 3, a funny fact, it wasn't a complete miss. The alien was hurt and is bleeding, which is also OpenXcom specific feature. This alien will die from fatal wounds very soon. I think Ivan didn't realize that, and probably neither did you. Hands up who did.
Come to here, and... Alright, I'm going to get more smoke. This is going to be a priority.
And cut. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. How can more smoke be a priority now? I guess it's pure despair and frustration talking to us right now. The only outcome from this can be more death, either execution at point-blank range or a grenade magnet. Or worse.
Prime the grenade, set it down. You won't have enough time to move. You will have enough time to move. So you can step out of the way. You can't move. What? How about to there? No. Dang it. Okay, so these things don't always go as planned. Shoot. Alright, come up to here. Take a knee. Let's get an auto shot at this guy. One down. No, you'll shoot your buddy. Alright, stay there. And come up. So let's see if we can get any survivors here to make it through this mission. Out of time units, out of time units, out of time units. Too many aliens. Okay, yeah, so this is less than optimal. Let's just go ahead and see what happens. Okay, so the smoke went off at the end of our turn, if we set it down. Getting some shots taken at us. Alright. We lost a troop to enemy fire. We had a grenade tossed into our grenade magnet. And we had a troop become unconscious. All in all, it could have gone worse.
Oh really? How exactly?
Not much worse, but it could have gone worse. Okay, so what we got also here is we can see the soldiers' stats here in this red area is their health. We can see that their health is down, and we can also see if they have fatal wounds. This soldier was affected by the grenade blast, but they didn't get fatal wounds. Fatal wounds will cause them to bleed and eventually die. Okay, so our morale is pretty low. Our accuracy is affected by the wound, and our throwing accuracy can show you where they've been hit. Alright. They can still fire the grenade launcher, though. So we knew there was an enemy over here somewhere. Let's fire around. There we go. Okay, I don't know if that hit him or not.
And cut. So, in general, firing blind is not such a bad idea. It's useful in many different situations. However, in this case, the worst thing that could happen to a scout would be a mutual surprise. Firing blind was not bad, but unnecessary. And as it turns out, in just a moment, it was also ineffective.
I kind of doubt that it did. Oh, geez. Okay, so now we can see that guy, and because he fired and threw a grenade, I'm going to get right next to him. One thing I know is that my auto shot right next to him is got a pretty good chance of hitting him. Okay, so Hans, you did some good work there. Let's move back this way. Neon? No, don't go there. Go this way. Okay. I want you to come out over here and take a knee. Our four surviving soldiers. Brave, brave souls. Okay, let's give the aliens another turn here. Okay, so our wounded soldier died from a fatal wound. The unconscious one. Sometimes, if we had the right equipment, if we had a med kit, we would have the ability to apply healing to them. So now we've got true troops that can see this alien. I took a chance there, a risk that this alien hadn't moved.
Me again. Just something I wanted to show you. A few seconds ago you could see the alien who has bled to death down there.
Or had moved and used up his movement points and wouldn't get a reaction shot on us. So I'm going to go ahead and give this guy an auto shot. 2 shots puts him down with the rifle, and we can't see the other guy. So duck back here behind the strut. Okay, you can hide out over here. Behind there, grab a knee. Kneeling will make your troops a little harder to hit.
And cut. You are right, Ivan. Kneeling does make it a little bit harder to hit the target. However, aside from usual disadvantages like wasting time units and potential trigger of reaction fire, kneeling has also one not so obvious disadvantage, which can be observed better on units with armor. The thing is, when you kneel, the surface area of your front armor gets much smaller and you eventually get hit. You'll probably get hit into a different part of the armor, which is more vulnerable. In this case, it doesn't make it too much of a difference as you have no armor at all, but I wanted to say it anyway because of your other LPD, Terror from the Deep, where I've seen you kneel for the very same reason a couple of times already. The lower chance of getting hit does not outweigh the higher probability of dying from the hit. At least that is my experience. I don't actually have any bulletproof evidence to support this theory. So let's move on.
Alright, we know there was an alien over here somewhere too, so let's kind of do some scouting.
As I said before, I think the alien we saw first is already dead, and we are looking for a completely different alien now.
Okay, we spotted one. Now, we're on level 1, but he's not there. Oh, he actually is. He's just further back. Okay, so he's gone back. Let's go ahead and have her take a knee and take a couple take a snapshot. Okay, yeah, accuracy is not great. We have a primed grenade. Let's go ahead and throw that. Okay, so that landed next to the alien and blew up. Because we had our configuration to end when the last alien was killed, the game automatically stopped. So that's actually pretty good.
And cut. One more thing I've noticed and forgot to mention is that when we died in a grenade explosion earlier, I think it was our own grenade, which was primed already and exploded upon death of the soldier carrying it. So yeah, carrying a primed grenade doesn't pay off. I'm not sure if it was our grenade, but I think so because of two things. First, alien grenade makes a much bigger boom. And second, I haven't seen the grenade being thrown at us by the aliens. But I guess we'll never know.
We killed 4 aliens. We got 5 corpses. We picked up 10 artifacts. We lost 4 operatives. Honestly, it's a pretty rough mission. We lost more than we should have. We clustered our troops too much. We're hit by grenades. My smoke tactics weren't as good when I came out on the second turn. I used too much movement and I didn't get the opportunity to put the smoke where I wanted to. So optimally what I should have done there was primed a smoke grenade and set it on the ground and move my troop off. I was priming the smoke grenades with 2 little time units. If you move your troop away from the grenade, you can move another soldier over there to stand above it and use their inventory to pick it up off the ground. It's primed, and then they can throw it. Actually, it's going to be tricky here now. You used to be able to do this with the grenades from in the earlier versions of XCOM. You prime them to 0, toss them out to a further soldier, and that soldier could then toss them to a second soldier, and you could chain your grenades like that. It was a very useful tactic. Because I've set the grenades to blow up immediately, I can't chain the grenades as well. That'll be interesting to see. Okay, so that covered a bit of tactics there. So we lost soldiers to alien fire who reacted when they saw us. We also lost a cluster to a grenade. I call that a grenade magnet, and the ramp is really tough. Maybe better to just move 1 or 2 scouts out and move them back into the craft if you need to, but definitely smoke the ramp. It will help a lot. The smoke is the only thing that really saved us because there were 3 aliens who had view on the ramp. It's the only way we survived this mission at all.
And cut. So, if I was right, then only 1 alien had a view on the ramp. If Ivan was right, then 2 aliens had a view on the ramp. There's no way 3 aliens had a view on the ramp, as Ivan is trying to tell us now. But that's not important anymore. The fight is over, we won, but with heavy losses. This video actually brought back a very nice memory I have from summer 2012. A friend of mine and his girlfriend visited me for a week or so, and on a rainy weekend morning I have connected my PC to the TV and started playing XCOM, showing it to my guests. And the first mission went pretty much the same. I think I lost half of my squad to a grenade, which I put on the ground with the intention of moving away and picking it up with a different soldier, but I timed it incorrectly and couldn't move away anymore. The remaining troops panicked and were slaughtered by the aliens, including some friendly fire in Berserk, I think. It was an epic failure, and we laughed so hard it actually hurt. The bottom line is, when playing games, it's not important to win. Important is to have fun. And this video was certainly funny. I look forward for more videos from IvanDogovich Productions. Hope you are too, and for now I say bye-bye till next time.
Alright, I want to thank you for joining me for this episode number 4 of Let's Try OpenXcom 1.0 tutorial. In this episode we covered the battlescape, smoking the ramp upon exit, we covered letting the aliens use up their movement in the first turn, and we covered a bit of the memorial wall and the experience that your troops get in the barracks. Next episode, we'll cover the battle generator, which is a new feature in OpenXcom, and I'll probably follow that up with a general strategy discussion about research goals and mid-game strategy. Feel free to post ideas you would like to see covered, and please check out the playlist for other tutorials in the series. If you liked this video, please check out my XCOM Terror from the Deep series and sign up to join the force. You've been rocking the oldies with IvanDogovich. We will see you again in the next episode of our Let's Try OpenXcom 1.0 tutorial. Cheers!